what you want. Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the Genesis. That presidents drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money. Quiet storm. Have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the. I'm a player on the late night tips. So these see the prototypes. Fingertips, reservoir dog to the skull. Ignorant. Can I live? Still film it. Kiss to death and protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger. Kiss to death and protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac. Grave digger. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm the gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, Reeves and know the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my strictly for my survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm in deep cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus folks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Write this on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? They're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This on that quiet storm. T-O-N-Y. Top of New York with a pitchfork.
I seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
When you got dumb cake up in the say, they be waiting for you in the bushes with the duct tape. Up and down the interstate, yeah, we really touch. We touch. October, I'm about to another state. He went down in Arizona, don't get me involved. An empty box in the car means they coming for all. I had 6 phones, I got rid of them all. We get hit and sit down, we don't talk to the law. Yeah, they think I'm tripping, they listen. They know our every move, yeah, they want us all in prison. That's why I can't sleep at night until they get in. I'm on another mission, I'm just young and I'm living.
I done seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
My phone still echo, the feds won't let go. Money never sleeps when you're the black Gordon Gecko. Line looking like they waiting on the retro. Sixes, I feel special. Resale and I never pay retail. My shoebox money afforded me the spree wells. And that then courted me a V12. Avoid the phones if it's sounding like a seashell. Too much clicking in the connection. Connect the dots with my connect for my protection.
All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Bush. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coach...
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Marshall now, the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25,
Detroit!
second and 10.
Detroit!
Off play action. Bender. And he comes back with one complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be third down. Back to throw. Bender. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Out of the gun, they look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing on 1st down. Bender. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Now the Bills' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking right, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. Past the 20. Throw left side complete. It's Peters. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Off the play fake. Bender. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they can't bring him down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a 1st down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Bender, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Gone!
Off play action. Bender. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Bender looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mack. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Bender. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Bender. And his throw is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Bender. And that's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Bills. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Gone!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The result of 1st down is a quick slant gets him 14. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will extend their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Bender. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Bender. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And now out come the Patriots. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the button.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a carry from Mack. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Back to throw. Bender. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bender throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. Now Mack. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Bender, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll drop to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
Back to throw. Bender. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Green, 39! Green!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Hurry up, here we go. 319! 319!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set! Green, 39! Green!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Able to power through. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
New England on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
4 down. Check. Set! Green, 39!
Looking to throw. Bender. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19!
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peters. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
All right, here we go. Green, 39! Green!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
This will be caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills head on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Marshall now, the return. A spin. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they haven't earned much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Set. 319. 319.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll run it here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Right back to him on first down. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Watch 82. Watch 82.
Here's Matt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
New England on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. New England on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
4 down. Check. Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And they take a knee. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, they move back over 500 now.